Happy Monday. Felt like a Monday to me. I don't know about you. But I'm super glad to be here in this space with you in this practice. So I'll invite you now to sit up nice and tall. Allow the eyes to close as we come into the space, into this moment, as we let everything that happened before now fall off. We tune into our bodies, noticing if we're holding tension anywhere that is not required to hold us in our seat. Starting at the tips of the toes, beginning to scan the body, moving upward, softening the belly, relaxing the breath, letting it breathe itself. Relaxing the shoulders, the back of the neck. Unclench the teeth, unfurrow the eyebrows, softening the muscles in the face. And give yourself permission to set an intention for your practice. It can be super simple. Prayer or purpose, anything that you require. We'll bring it in with one long Om for those who care to join. Take a deep inhale to begin. We'll just start with something really gentle. We're going to bring the left hand to the belly and the right hand to the heart. And as we inhale, fill the belly first. Let the breath rise up into the chest. And when you reach the top of your breath, hold lightly for a beat. And then reverse. When you get to the base of your exhale, just pull in the navel gently with the muscles of the belly. Push the last little bit of breath out. Hold briefly and return again. Fully expressing our lung capacity without force, without strain. The left hand on the belly, the center of our willpower. The right hand on the heart. Center of our compassion, our longing. reach the top of your next inhale. You can release the hands. Let the breath return to its own control. And as you're ready, we're going to come together into tabletop to begin. If you need a blanket under the knees, feel free to set yourself up. And then once you're ready, inhaling, letting the belly drop, the head rises, the hips rise, and the exhales, chin to chest. When you come up from your next inhale, just return to a neutral spine. And I'm not sure how you want to work the variation, Pamela, maybe just a couple more cat-cows. But from here, we'll take the left hand, thread the needle, let the shoulder drop. Then pushing into the right hand, we'll come back to center. Planting the left hand, thread the right hand underneath the armpit. See if you can bend the left elbow, just let that shoulder come down. And pressing firmly into the left hand, coming back to neutral. Then from here, pressing into the hands, we'll push back into down dog. Just begin to slowly walk out the heels. And looking forward between the hands, we'll step forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, take a fold with bent knees. Bend the knees enough so the fingertips touch the ground. If the fingers don't touch the ground, grab a couple blocks. Try to engage the belly to the top of the legs. Top of the head is pointed toward the floor. And then as you exhale, straighten the legs just a little bit. Try to keep that engagement with the belly on the legs. And then we'll take a generous bend in the knees. Sweep the arms overhead as we come up to standing. Allow our hands to come to heart center. We'll interlace the fingers, press the palms out, and raise the arms overhead. On the exhale, we'll lean to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, lean to the right. And as we come to center, we'll twist to one side. And then inhale through center. Exhale, twist to the opposite side. Then keeping the arms overhead, raise up on the balls of the feet. Exhale, lower down. We'll do this 5 times. And as the feet come down, we'll bring the arms out to helicopter arms, palms facing up. You can stack the feet out just a little bit wider if you wish. And inhale, twist right. Exhale, twist left. Just keeping this movement up on the breath, beginning slow. And then coming to center, reach the arms behind the back, clasp the fists together, push the fist toward the floor. Inhale as you open the heart, open the throat. As you exhale, chin to chest, fold, hinge forward over the bended knees, using the arms like a lever, not forcing anything. Then we'll release the hands and sweep them forward as we come up to standing, raising the arms up. Look between the hands, and then we'll come back as if we're sitting in chair. In a chair, yep. And breathe. Inhale up. Exhale, let the hands come to the sides. Step the feet out a little bit wider. The toes will angle out some so that when you bend the knees should stack over the ankles. If they look like this, take the feet out a little wider. Inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Exhale, come into goddess. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, goddess. And come down into goddess. Just pause here. Long, deep breathing this time. Really engage through the legs, through the glutes, rooting into the feet. When you find your next inhale, straighten the legs, reach up. Let the hands come down to the sides of the body. Windshield wiper the feet together. Just pause, close the eyes. Find a brief standing meditation. join me at the front of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, and we'll step back into plank position. Take an inhale here. Then exhale as we lower down, let the knees touch first, then the chin, then the chest. And we'll inhale, lift up into cobra. Exhale, lower down, coming through tabletop, pushing back to downward facing dog. And we'll look between the hands, we'll walk the feet forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, sweeping the arms overhead again. Exhale, fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. Stepping slowly back into plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lower down. Pull the hands back by the base of the rib cage. And then as we inhale, we'll lift the chest up. Exhale, lower down. Do this 5 times. When you get to number 5, bring the hands below the forehead and take a rest. And allow the hips to rock back and forth gently. Returning the hands below the shoulder blades. Tuck the toes under, we'll come into tabletop. Pushing back into down dog. Then we'll walk the feet toward the hands. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And from here, we'll step the right foot back as if we're on a parallel set of railroad tracks. Open up the arms, inhaling deeply. As we exhale, let the hands join, bend the forward knee. Inhale, opening the bellows. Exhale, close. hands meet. Inhale up into warrior one, reaching up through the fingertips, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Strong legs. Then we'll raise up on the back heel, turn the outer blade of the foot parallel to the back edge of your mat, opening into warrior two. I think this heel and line up with that heel. We'll drop the back hand down to the thigh, sweep the other arm overhead, finding exalted warrior, then hinging at the hips, letting the elbow land on the knee, sweeping the right arm overhead into side angle. Then we'll float back up into warrior two. Then as we inhale, turn the palms up, straighten the legs. Exhale, floating back down. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float down. One last time. Reach up. Floating back down. And we'll straighten the front leg. Take the left hand into the hip crease, right hand into the small of the back. And then leaning out over the extended leg. When you find your edge, you can stay in this position, or you can reach the left arm down toward the shin. Right arm reaches skyward. Opening the heart toward the long edge of the mat. Then we'll float the torso back up to neutral. Turn all 10 toes toward the long edge of the mat. Hands come to the hips, pull the elbows back toward each other. Chin to chest as you fold forward. When you meet this resistance, if you're pulling the elbows toward each other, then let the hands drop down in front of you. If you need a block, grab your block. You can bend the knees a bit too. You don't have to lock the knees in this. Now press the left hand down into the floor or your block and sweep the right arm out to the right side. And then coming back to center, replacing the left hand with the right as the left hand opens up. And we'll come back to center. Take a generous bend in the knees, hands to the hips as you come back up to standing. Windshield wiper the feet together. And meet each other back at the front of the mat. So this time, we'll step back with the left leg. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, bending the knee, letting the hands meet. When the hands join, reach up into warrior one. Strong legs. Fingers reaching, shoulders dropping. And lifting up that back heel as we open up into warrior two. Let the back hand drop to the thigh, right hand sweeps overhead, finding exalted warrior. And then hinging over the forward leg, allow the elbow to land on the knee. Sweep the left arm overhead. Then we'll float back into Warrior Two. As we inhale, sweep the arms upward. As we exhale, float back down. We'll do 5 of these. And we'll straighten that front leg. Bring the right hand into the hip crease, left hand into the small of the back. And then folding over the extended leg. Keep the spine straight as possible. Don't collapse the left side of the rib cage trying to get down. Just find your edge. And when you find it, you can reach for that full expression of revolved triangle. And we'll float the torso back up to neutral, all 10 toes toward the long edge of the mat. Clasp the hands behind the back. Push the fist toward the floor as you open the heart and the throat on the inhale. Exhale, chin to chest, folding forward. Then bring the hands back down in front of you. Come to a flat back. Exhale, fold again. Take a generous bend in the knees. Allow yourself to come back up to standing. Windshield wiper the feet together. And we can all meet back at the front of the mat. Rooting down strongly into the left leg. Raise the right knee up. Roll out the ankle, and then the other direction. This is fine. This is also okay. And let's go ahead and let that leg back down. We'll turn out with the foot on the floor, and then just very slowly, incrementally see how high you can raise the foot up. Don't press into the leg. If you land on the knee joint, either go below or above, just not on the knee joint. And then when you find your edge, if you want a little assist, find it. And if it's available, see if you can sweep the arms up. If you find a place to gaze about 6 feet out in front of you, it'll be easier to hold. And then draw the hands to heart center, release the heel, bring the knee out front. On an exhale, push out through the heel, see if you can stay lifted. 3, 2, 1, lift and release. Shake everything out a little bit. Rooting down into the right leg, finding your drishti point about 6 feet out in front of you, raising up on the knee, rolling the ankles. If you can't clasp the knee, just being down here is totally fine too. Then we'll release. Find your turnout. Might be easy with, try the hands on the hips here, and then just keep that gaze steady in front of you. Find where your edge is, and if you want a little assist to get it a little higher, it's okay. I think it's just an interesting experiment to see where we can get under our own control. This is also totally fine, even just trying to get the leg up a little just to balance. I think it can be a really critical skill in fall prevention to practice balance. Let's see if we can raise the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. And releasing the heel, draw the knee out in front. Take an inhale as you exhale, pushing out through the heel. 3, 2, 1. Lift and release. This knee still doesn't like me. It's still mad. I used to be able to pull this sucker way up into my crotch, and I can't anymore. All right, so from here, we'll join each other back at the front of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. Stepping back into our plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Knees, chest, chin. And inhale into cobra. Exhale, pushing back into downward facing dog. Coming through tabletop if you wish. And we'll gently lower down to our bellies. Bring the hands beside the body. You can bring the hands beneath the thighs, the arms beneath the thighs. In fact, the top of the forearm may just rest on this hip bone. This just elevates the pubic bone up enough so it doesn't irritate. Forehead or chin to the floor, yogi's choice. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, lower down. 5 on each side. When you get to your count, take a rest. Now we'll return the hands to the bottom, to the top of the thighs. Chin or forehead down, whichever you like. As we inhale, we're lifting both legs up and holding and breathing. And relax. Allow the hips to rock. We'll bring the hands beneath the shoulders, push back into tabletop. We'll do a couple of gentle cat-cows. And tuck the toes under. We'll push back to downward facing dog. Then gaze between the hands, step forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we're going to have a little fun. Maybe this is fun, maybe it's just silly. But I've been listening to the neurobiologist Andrew Huberman, the guy who talks about the eyes and sleep and all that good stuff, and our body's nervous system. But he had this exercise, so let's reach our arms out and try to find your range of motion, right? And then, without turning the head, use your eyes, look at your left hand, and see if you can move it back a little further. Now turn the gaze back to center. Keep the head at neutral, but turn the eyes to the right hand. See if you can increase the range of motion there. And relax. Did anybody notice that they could go back about 3 inches just with the use of the eyes? Isn't that interesting? That's totally the nervous system and communication with the muscles. That's really, really out there. When I first did it, I was like, I thought, no way. And then I was like, wow, that's incredible.
It won't stop. Start clapping.
I keep forgetting to show that to you. I keep meaning to show it at the beginning of class, and I'm like, I have to show them this, or I'm just gonna.
I love that.
Yeah. So if you're interested, he has his own podcast. It's all about brains and brain chemistry and how the eyes relate to mood and sleep and all the things related to the nervous system. Yeah. And incidentally, I think I told you before, he's a yoga nidra practitioner. When he provides the service in clinic, he calls it non-sleep deep resting states for people that are paranoid about yoga. So they'll try it. All right. So enough of my shenanigans. Let's all come down to our seats. And it's interesting too because, I practice with my eyes closed a lot, but it kind of makes me interested in opening the eyes, but really keeping them on my body, because it's easy to get distracted by external surroundings, and that's why the cue to close the eyes sometimes, because you can get that interoception, that internal perception of your internal states. And I think if we have enough concentration and focus, having the eyes open can also be beneficial. So from here, we'll bring the arms out to parallel with the body. Inhale, lean back to 30 degrees. Exhale, reaching out as if there's an object beyond your feet on a shelf. Three, 2, 1. Come to neutral, hands to heart. Toes engage toward the belly. Knees don't have to lock. Lean back to about 30 degrees. Keep the gaze on the big toes. Don't hold the breath. Three, 2, 1. Come to neutral. On the exhale, fold over the extended legs. Tuck the chin toward the chest to lengthen the back of the neck. On the exhales, try to bring the belly down to the legs. On the inhales, energetically, the crown of the head moves toward the feet. Bless you. Then gently release as we come up to neutral. We'll take the legs out as comfortably, wide as comfortably possible. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale the arms through center. Exhale, fold left. Inhale through center, exhale, fold right. The next time you fold to the right, inhale to center, and the exhale, fold down through the middle. If you can reach the toes with the fingers, place pressure between the thumb and the forefinger on the big toenail. Same energetics as before. Then gently release. We'll reach underneath the knees, pull the knees up and out, let the feet join. Pull the heels lightly toward the midline, straight spine, and begin gentle butterflies. Then coming to neutral, check in with the spine, make sure you're not collapsing. And then as you exhale, fold over. As you get to your edge, bring the chin to the chest. When you fold it as far as you're going to go, just allow the back to round, long, deep breathing. And gently releasing, reaching underneath the knees. We'll push the knees together, planting the feet out in front. Reach underneath the knees with a straight spine. We'll lean back, find our balance point. And if it's available, release the hands. And then if it's available, on an exhale, see if you can straighten the legs. If you can, it's okay. Just work with whatever edge you have. Just breathe into the belly. Don't hold the breath. 3, 2, 1. Let the feet come down. And then from here, we'll come down to our backs. inhaling deeply. As you exhale, press the kidneys down into the floor. On the inhales, let the natural curvature come back. On the exhales, flatten the back to the earth. So we'll come just to a neutral spine. You can begin to bring the hands underneath the glutes just to frame the base of the sacrum. And from here, as you inhale, bring the knees up toward the ceiling, then the feet. As you exhale, bending the knees, let the feet come to the earth. And if the low back feels good and there's no popping or crunching, when the legs are in extension, you may keep them in extension and just begin double leg lifts, engaging through the belly. Make sure you're not pushing all of this into the low back. If you find you're taking it all in the low back, just bend the knees. Close your eyes. You can move your mat if it's too right. And as you're ready, just when the feet come toward the sky, bend the knees, let them land on the floor, finding constructive rest pose. Breathe all of that juicy energy in the navel. Let it disperse into the rest of your body. Now you'll straighten your right leg down onto the mat. Straighten the left leg. Right knee is bent. And then bring the right knee toward the chest. Wrap the hands around the front of the knee and just lightly draw it toward your left pectoralis. It's really so the thigh is kind of smashing into the belly a bit. With the head down on the mat, take an inhale. As you exhale, knee, nose to knee. Inhale, lay the head back. Exhale, nose to knee. Do this 5 times. And after 5, relax. Breathe into the belly. And we'll raise the left knee up toward the chest. Engage it lightly toward the right pectoralis. Inhale. Exhale. Knee, nose to knee. Squeeze. Inhale, head back. 5 of these on this side. This is one I've been trying to show you, Raymond, for your belly. Close your eyes. After your fifth, just lay the leg out. Breathe into the belly for a moment. Then pull the knees up toward the chest. Inhale at center. As you exhale, let the knees fall out to the right. As you're ready, engage through the core, drawing the knees back through center. When you find your next exhale, let the knees fall to the left. And as you're ready, coming back to center. Sorry if I left you hanging too long. You can straighten the legs out. We'll work our way through 3 rounds of tension and release. Double inhale through the nose. Squeeze all the muscles in the body. Audibly exhale through the mouth as you relax. And let's begin. And relax. Double inhale. And relax. One last time, double inhale. And relax. Now beginning to scan the body. And also placing any bolsters underneath the knees. If you'd like a blanket to cover the body. Anything you need to completely release and relax and integrate. This is one of the most important things to do after the practice. invite you now to deepen and lengthen the breath, finding some small movements in the fingers and the toes, the wrists, the ankles. As you feel ready, reaching the arms overhead, running out through the toes, lengthening through the body. And drawing the knees into the chest, finding any rocking motions, any final twists the body is asking you for, happy baby, any of the things. As you're ready, we make our way up to a seat. So an interesting thing I wanted to also tell you, that the double inhale that we do, it's kind of been a practice for a while. I forget where that comes from, but if you're a runner and you get a runner's cramp, practicing that double inhale will relieve the cramp. Yeah, double inhale, long, slow, relaxed exhales. So now, sitting up nice and tall, we can allow the hands to come to the back of the knees. We begin with a round of Bhastrika. So take a deep inhale, exhale, inhale halfway to begin. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, push all the breath out. Hold the breath at the base of the exhale. Pull in the navel, draw in the roots. Tuck the chin lightly. Tip of the tongue can go into the upper soft palate. Release the locks. Gently inhale. Allow the breath to equalize. And then, just like the beginning of practice, we're going to bookend, bringing the left hand to the belly, the right hand to the heart. Long, deep inhales, filling the belly first, then the upper chest. Holding briefly, then exhaling. Long and deep and full at the base of the exhale. Push everything out to all the no breath. Hold lightly and continue. The last few rounds, really meditate on that connection between the will and the heart space. The top of your next inhale, let the hands flow down to the top of the knees. If you wish to find Gyan Mudra, you may, yogi's choice, or you can just either place the hands down for grounding or open the palms skyward for receptivity. Turning the attention to the tip of the nose, releasing control of the breath. The gaze is at the brow point, behind closed eyes. On the inhales, visualizing perhaps the cooling color blue. Your exhales, the color red. When the past or the future tries to grab your attention, just notice what the mind is doing and come back to the breath. If you would like an internal mantra, you can say to yourself, so, and imagine the breath traveling up the back of the spine, through the crown of the head, and hung, visualizing the breath traveling down the front body, back toward the roots. The meaning of that mantra is infinity, I am that. If you wish to use the English mantra, feel free. Tuning into our infinite nature. as you're ready, allow the hands to join in front of the heart. And bring clearly to the mind any intention you may have set or any that came up for you during practice. Take a deep, deep inhale, retaining this breath, drawing in the roots, sealing this intention into the body. And relax, exhale, send it out. We'll end with one long Om for those who care to join. Take a deep inhale to begin. Thank you for allowing me to hold space for your beautiful practice today. The divine in me sees and delights in the divine in you. Namaste. Longer meditation today. Thank you for being here. Take your time, no rush anyone. If you're feeling chill, stay chill.